Start streaming. Start the music. Ready for when people join. Because it is nice to have music. I've not heard music. Well, I've been listening to music all day because I've been editing, but I've not actually listened to a full track. I've listened to like probably 40 different tracks because I did a load of downloading today as well. Like in anticipation of needing them in the future. So I've listened to bits of like 40 different songs, but not an entire song. So I probably listened to like a good hour's worth of music today without listening to a single entire song. Hey James, how you doing, man? Nice and quick into the stream there. We've not even been going for a whole minute yet.
Here we go, loop, and just normal.
You're not getting any more Barrows items on?
Not that one.
Not that one. Hey Luke. Popped in to say hi, how you? Turn the music down a little bit because I can't hear myself talking. Oh, that's up, that's up. There we go, that's better.
Show a minute.
Oh, shut up, Kieran. How you both doing on this fine, if slightly warm evening? So, Mr. Oh, that's no problem, man. I figure people can just drop in, you know, whenever they've got the time to. It's all good, man. I ain't gonna hold it against people if they don't drop into streams. You join when you can, and that's all I can ask for, man. Getting slain like a DJ in Dead Man mode. Yeah, I noticed you were talking about playing it, but you've not streamed it. Probably best not to stream it though, because then you get stream sniped. What about you? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I think my best video yet hit the channel today, so feeling good from that. A lot of work went into that video. I know it's only a 20-minute video, but between editing, getting clips, putting all those info cards together, we're looking at nearly 10 hours worth of actual like work on that one video. So you're gonna stream it tomorrow. Oh, good luck with that, man. You're gonna get wrecked. Like, you're gonna get stream sniped so hard. I mean, you're gonna do fine, and I totally believe in your ability to play that game, and you'll be fine, and stream sniping won't be an issue.
You go stream sniping just for the sake of that.
I will make a Deadman account just to stream snipe him, because I'm not even playing Deadman, because I've got too much to do on RuneScape 3 right now with regards to making videos, but I will make a Deadman account just to stream snipe him. Oh, look who it is in the crypt with me. Jesus, you low enough there, dude?
Mm-hmm. 3k help, alright?
I never PK, so even better for stream snipers. Yeah, man, that's pretty much the reason I'm not playing Deadman, is because I never PK, so I know I'll do terrible. If they brought back like Darkscape or something in RS3, I'd totally do that though, because that was quite fun. I did enjoy it. Apparently I played it a lot less than I thought I did though, because I didn't get the cape override that you got for playing 10 hours of it, which I could have sworn I had, but clearly I didn't. So I remember really enjoying it. I remember getting quite frustrated because I got like kill camped by some dude who just, every time I went back, he like, there was some area that I needed to go to for whatever reason. This guy was just sat there all fucking day, and like I changed worlds and he changed worlds, and it's just, yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh, Varric in the tunnels. But yeah, so we're doing Storytime Sunday tonight. I'm hoping that Greg will join us because it was his idea originally, but he isn't currently online, so maybe he won't. Is that 1 mil? DMM swaps 25 mils. Oh wow. That's okay. Yeah, I can see why that would motivate you to play. Like 50 mils at RS3 GG. Fucking hell, yeah. I might play a bit of Deadman then. No, I probably won't, to be honest. Like, I don't like I say, I don't really have the time with everything else I've got to do. I've got so many videos planned right now that I need to get footage for and get working on research and stuff like that. So, plus streaming in the meantime. Oh, where am I going? Wrong crypt, that one.
I can't remember where I'm fucking going.
Yeah, I've got so many guides to make, man. It's like, oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from you, since you're the one who got me started on all this. So. It's your birthday soon, isn't it, mate? When's your birthday? Probably was, to be fair. I've been like, I know it's soon, so I've been watching Facebook to see when it comes up, but it's not come up yet. So, and I don't know how to, because I hardly ever use Facebook. I don't actually know how to go on the thing where it tells you like upcoming. 24. Oh, okay, it's still a while off. I am gonna get you something for your birthday. That's non-negotiable. You have no choice in that matter. Because you've helped me out in a bigger way than you know, actually, because my depression's hit me really, really, like, insanely hard this last week. And honestly, streaming and making video content is like the only thing that's kind of kept me sane recently. And obviously I wouldn't be doing that if it weren't for your encouragement. So I am getting you a birthday present. You have no choice in that fact. It might be a bit late though, because obviously I need to have money to get you said birthday present. So, and money is something I don't have right now. So it might be a month or two late, but you will get something. And I'm going to put some proper thought into it. I'm going to get you something really, really good that I know you're going to really like. So it might take me a little while to find the right thing, but I sort of give you a heads up, like, you have no choice in this matter, it's happening. But yeah, like, so the video that I released today is kind of part one of a potential series where I'm going to do introduction to how to do a load of different things on Iron Man, various different skills, and then I'm also going to be doing Iron Man Slayer guides, Iron Man quest guides. And I see Kieran waiting at the chest there. Were you waiting for me there, Kieran?
No,
really nice.
I'm just doing.
Okay. I've still got to kill Varrock, so. In before gets 100 prayer pots and asks to look at prayer more. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I hadn't thought of that, but holy shit, I should have done that. I'm kind of annoyed that you thought of that now, because I totally would have done that. Oh, no good, wait. No, I'm gonna get you something real special, man. Like I say, I need a bit of time to think exactly what. Aim for the Iron Man, just Barrow's Grind. It's a mixture of Barrow's Grind and getting prepped for Branch of the Darkmire quest. So I need to get 64 agility, I believe it is. That's so dumb that I can't remember, because I literally did the voiceover for my bloody guide. Oh, I've gone the wrong way, whoops. I did the voiceover for my guide where I talk about it literally like 6 hours ago, but I can't remember what the requirements are now. But I need to get that 76 woodcutting, 63 farming, I think it's like 62, 63 agility, something like that. So it's a mixture of doing barrows, doing some slayer, and doing those non-combat skills to try and get ready for Branch of the Darkmire. And some other quests. I'm going to be working on, or I'm going to be doing Roving Elves soon. I just need to do Regicide and Catapult Construction first so I can get the Crystal Bow, and a few other bits and bobs like that. So there's a lot kind of on the table right now, but that's how I like it. I like it if I was really expecting Kieran to make a fat joke there, so thank you for not doing that.
Not that lot on the table.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe you need to tidy it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I like having multiple objectives at once, so that if I get bored of working on one thing, I can go work on something else for a bit. And not feel like I'm wasting my time, sort of thing. Excuse me. So yeah, it's a bit of Barrow's grind, a bit of Slayer, a bit of non-combat skills, a bit of questing, just kind of trying to get to a good point. I've got a kind of more endgame type goal in my mind right now. I kind of want to go for the untrimmed Constitution cape, because I know that combat skills are going to be my first 99, same as they were on my main, but I kind of want to try and get that untrimmed Constitution cape. So get the 99 Constitution first, keepsake the untrimmed cape so I can use it as a cosmetic override, and then start getting the other ones. So I'm going to end up with like 96 in like every combat stat. Like 96, 97, so I can get that 99 Constitution. But yeah, so tonight is supposed to be a Storytime Sunday, and no one's watching apart from James and Luke right now, which is kind of disappointing in a way, because a lot of the regular guys say that they really like this, but they've not shown up. But oh well. But I'm going to dive right in with the stories because I really enjoy telling them, and I'm really excited to talk about this week's topic that I've chosen. I didn't get any suggestions through the week. I did ask a few times for people to put forward suggestions and no one did, so I picked one myself, and this topic that I've gone for is dogs, which Luke and Kieran both know how much, how big a part of my life dogs are, and how much I love them. I currently have one. I used to have another one who died at the beginning of 2016, and it's mostly going to be that dog that I'm going to be talking about, and that dog was Patsy, my German Shepherd, Belgian Shepherd mix. Now I don't think, Luke, I don't think you met her, or you may have seen her about in town a couple of times, but I don't think you properly met her. I want a dog, Chico doesn't count. Chico's a great dog, don't knock Chico, he's great. Chico's fantastic. Like, I don't even like little dogs, but I love that little bastard. He's great. But yeah, so Patsy was my German Shepherd mix, and I got her when she was about 9 years old. She was a rescue, and she'd been used for breeding and probably a bit of fighting as well. She had quite a few scars, and she was just a beautiful dog. I mean, I think, Kieran, you'd agree with that, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
She was such a fantastic dog. She really was just something special, There'll never be, for all the dogs that I'm going to own in my life, and I probably will have quite a lot, I'm never going to have another one like Patsy. She was just, she was one of a kind, she really was. And she was brilliant. She came to me when I was in a really low point in my life. I was, without going into details, I was not in a good way at all. And she gave me a reason to get up in the morning, but I'm going to kind of stay away from that and talk about some of the more kind of positive stories, more happy stories of my time with Patsy. But like I say, she had been used for fighting, and I ended up retraining her as a therapy dog for autistic children. And I did the training myself. I didn't have any outside help. I did my own research online, just taught myself how to train her, and ended up working with a local volunteer group with autistic children, and they loved her. She was just brilliant. She knew when they were stressed out, and she'd back off, and she was so gentle, and she never barked really. She'd bark at the door, but that was it. So around the autistic kids, she never barked at all, and she was just so brilliant with them, and I got so many stories of her. I mean, the one that springs to mind straight away is a kid called Liam, who was very severely autistic. I believe eventually his mother ended up having to put him in like a care home institution type thing, because she just couldn't cope with him anymore, because he would have like violent outbursts and that, which is a real shame, because she was a lovely woman and she tried so hard with him, but it got to a point where he was dangerous to her, you know. And but he was brilliant. He would never talk to anyone, never really interact with anyone except for his mum, except when Patsy came along, and suddenly here's this kid who doesn't want to talk to anyone, doesn't want anything to do with anyone, and I remember we'd seen him for a few of the meetups, a few of the volunteer meetups, and he'd sort of interacted with Patsy and kind of knew her and liked her and that. And then we saw them at this RSPCA event that we went to, because she came from an RSPCA shelter, so we made sure to go to the events so that the people who'd rescued her could see her every year. And we saw Liam and his mum there. And while we were talking to his mum, Liam just knelt on the floor next to Patsy and started cuddling her, telling her that he loved her. And he would never talk to anyone other than his mother, and his mum ended up like crying, like properly crying, because she just couldn't believe what she was seeing. But that was the effect that Patsy had on people, you know. So it was just like, she was such an incredible dog. I don't know, you've got a couple of stories about Patsy, haven't you, Kieran? The one that you mentioned before the stream started.
Yeah. Start on Phil's, and Patsy has a special way of waking up in the mornings. And rather than, like nosing you, looking at you, decided that standing on your balls was a good way of getting some attention. That's always nice.
She was great though. I always knew when Kieran was awake, because I just hear this, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off. And that was like the morning alarm when Kieran was crashing over here. Just Patsy wagging her tail, thinking she'd like, oh, best friend, I better climb all over him, not realising where she's putting her paws. Oh man, such a great dog. Do you remember when we took her and Bolt for the walk together, and I gave you the canny collar for Bolt? And Bolt's like rolling around on his back trying to pull this thing off his face, just
Forward rolls.
You ended up dragging him along on his back at one point, didn't you?
Yeah. Still trying to sort out this back.
Oh, are you trying to do that? Did you get a response from them again, or?
Oh yeah, I got a really helpful one.
What was that?
Unfortunately, we can't provide in-depth support for the fact that disconnect is caused by PowerShell. Instead of telling me I need to contact Microsoft support.
Oh, that's helpful, isn't it?
Disabling it. But in my last message I said I've disabled it. I have disabled it, and I still got back. so yeah.
Hey Luke, do you know anything about that? How to stop the incorrect VAC bans on thingy on Counter-Strike? I kept wanting to say RuneScape because that's what I'm playing at the moment.
You can't uninstall the Windows feature, so you can disable it. There's no way of freaking delete.
Yeah, no, they won't let you delete anything like that. Any kind of Microsoft bloatware is there for good. But no, she was such a fantastic dog. She really was. I remember we did the sixth form that I talked about in the last Storytime Sunday, where I used to get where I used to get like bullied a lot and that. A few years after I left, I went back and did some volunteer work, at that school, helping like underprivileged kids who, you know, weren't doing well in school and that. Hey, Mr. Judy, how you doing, man? And part of the thing was taking the dogs with us, because I was part of this volunteer group where we use dogs to help people who have anxiety, depression, stuff like that. And oh fucking hell, I'm misclicking all over the place. And we went to the school, and the principal of the school, who caused me a lot of problems when I'd been there as a student, came in and was talking about how good the program was and stuff like that, and he tried to shake my hand, and I refused, because I was like, nah, I'm not having anything to do with you, man. I'm here for the kids, I'm not here to shake your hand or anything like that. And when he went to pet Patsy, she obviously sensed that I didn't like him, and she like ducked behind my legs and started barking at him, which was really funny, and he got really offended by it. But it's like, well, we were there for the kids, so you couldn't do anything about it. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, Mr. Judy. I'm just sort of talking some old memories of one of my old dogs, a lovely old German cross Belgian Shepherd by the name of Patsy. I actually have her name tattooed on my upper arm, and the name is encircled by her favourite bandana that she used to wear all the time. With a couple of paw prints next to it because of how big of an impact she had on my life. So she really was a fantastic animal. She was properly one of a kind. She did so much good for so many people, including myself. In fact, mainly myself. So yeah, Kieran, as you can see in the chat, is having fun with Valve and Counter-Strike right now. He's already virus scanned his computer the other day, didn't you, Kieran?
Yeah. Done deep virus scans, I've uninstalled it, reinstalled it, verified games, files, disabled PowerShell.
PowerShell? Oh, I thought you were calling PowerShare.
Yeah, PowerShell.
Because PowerShare was something I was told to disable when it used to happen to me.
Now Steam just like, nope, we can't help you, you need to reach out to Microsoft support just for disabling PowerShell. But in my last message to them I said, I have disabled PowerShell. And they're like, sorry, can't help any help. Yeah, I can't be any more help with this. So, okay then.
Oh my god, predictive text is the bane of my existence, I swear to god. I fucking hate it, but if I turn it off, I can't use swipe text, which is frustrating as hell. Maybe you're just too good at the game. To be fair, this dude does carry us like every fucking match, like, it's insane, so... Dude is ridiculously good, and he'll sit there and be like, oh, I'm doing so bad, and you look and he's like 25 and 14, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm sat there on like 9 and 16, and Like, just be happy if I could go positive. And he's like, oh, I'm doing so bad. I'm 25 and 14. I'm like, the fuck are you? What? What?
I've even updated my Reddit post here.
Oh god.
Look how bad it's getting. I've had
You are
140
getting
views.
desperate. You are?
I've had 142 views on it.
Huh. Your Reddit post had more views than any of my YouTube videos. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh my god, am I not going to get any Barrows loot today? Hey, I leveled up Slayer from my Reaper task, that's cool. 76 now, let's go. I've just realised I'll be able to do my Black Dragon's task without taking any damage because I've got anti-fires as well as the anti-dragon potion, anti-dragon shield. Yeah. Because if you kill them at range, they do only hit you with dragonfire, don't they? That's alright then. By that logic, Tom should be getting banned too, though, because he's getting really good at it as well, which is annoying because I was the first one fucking playing it and I'm still the worst one.
Well, I'm just not allowed to play it anymore. So.
True. I'd rather be bad at it than not allowed to play it.
Yeah. I need to find a new game that's just as good.
Well, we tried playing Rainbow Six last night and that went horribly wrong. I think tried being the operative word. I'm going to keep doing Barrows till I run out of food or get an item because I'm so bored of not getting an item. Just use a staff and mage pro to kill KBD. Yeah, I suppose I could do that method. Your stats are quite a bit higher than mine though, to be fair. I don't know what that lyric is, I don't know why I'm trying to sing it. I really need to train some non-combat skills because they're all shockingly low right now. Don't agree with me on that, that's just mean. You're supposed to go, no they're not, they're really good. Just so I save anti-fires for more useful stuff. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm getting quite a few anti-fires from like elite clues at the moment though, and I'm getting them fairly frequently from Barrows, much to someone's distaste. I get 85 for supers, yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point.
I'm playing arms race, right? Not getting kicked from this, am I? Oh no.
I might stream some arms race games with you some night, because we have a laugh on that, to be fair. Yeah, elite clues from Barrows are ridiculous as well, like, it's like every 5 chests or something I seem to get an elite clue. I've not had a Crystal Triskelion piece yet though, I don't think, which is weird, because I get them a lot on my main. That 9 pot drop OP, exactly man. Hey Howie, how you doing man? Did you figure out how to make your account non-Iron Man, finally? I shouldn't say finally, it sounds like I'm taking the piss, although I kind of am. Nope, you've not figured it out yet. I'm pretty sure you just got to talk to that Mr. X guy in Edgeville, haven't you? I remember looking it up for you a couple of weeks ago, but just look on Room Wiki, dude. Like, it'll be on now. Oh, Mr. Judy probably knows, because Mr. Judy knows everything, as we've already established. It says about taking the book back from me. I don't know. Have you read the book that you bought off of him? Because that's probably what you've got to do, I would guess. I know I'm just guessing here because I've never tried to deactivate an Iron Man account, but... Or What did you do to get your Iron Man off your original account, Kieran?
I can't remember.
You can't remember, okay, that's useful. Nearly got 78 Constitution. I read it and it's been 7 days. Okay. Varric in the tunnels again. Guy in Lumbridge? Oh, I thought it was Mr. X in Edgeville. Clearly I'm wrong. Shows what I know. That is for old E's. Old E's? What?
Oldie?
No, old E's. Like, R's? What? You calling me an ass, Howie? Is that Kieran? Don't encourage him. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, old RuneScape. Okay. Howie, do you touch type? Because if you do, you probably shouldn't. Just some friendly advice. If any of you wants to do some dungeoneering, I just reset, so when I finish some dailies on my ult, I'm gonna do some lower floors. Leeching on my ult, of course. I probably should, but I hate dungeoneering with a burning passion of 1,000 suns, so I probably won't. No, I just leave it until I get to the point where I have to like drag myself through it on solo to get levels for quests, and that's when I do it. Which is really bad, but I hate dungeoneering so much. But if other people want to join you, then that'd be cool. Actually able to type without looking while typing with 2 fingers. Typing with 2 fingers? Dude, that's weird. I can touch type until I start thinking about it, and then I magically lose the ability to do it. Yeah, oh no, group dungeoneering is way better, I know that. I just hate dungeoneering in all its forms with a passion. Yeah, I suppose we could give it a shot. I will be super impatient though. I will say that now. Arrowheads aren't really that hard to get, Howie. You shouldn't really need someone else to get that for you.
Play the whole game, didn't get kicked.
Then we get arrows in return. You're Iron Man, you can't trade. How's that figure?
Take this away from them.
Just a small detail. If you don't like it, you may be able to leech as long as you stay logged in. But if I'm streaming, I'll make an effort to do something. I just can't imagine. I can't promise that I'll be a huge amount of help. Because I really don't like dungeoneering. It's as simple as that. I just hate it. Dungeoneering, divination. I think they're probably the only two skills that I really hate. I thoroughly dislike mining, but at least with Menethos it's like reasonably AFKable now. Like I know there was granite before Menethos, but it's a lot easier to do it now because you're not in the middle of nowhere and all that. I should probably not do that on stream. And I should probably not do that anyway, but...
No.
Thank you. I appreciate the honesty.
What? It's what I'm there for.
Clearly. I just want to get someone that's not Carol or Verak in the bloody tunnels. I've had Darok once, and then the other trips have all been either Carol or Verak. It's getting a bit boring. Yay! 78 Constitution. One step closer to the untrimmed Constitution Cape. Just another 21 levels to go.
Basically there.
Pretty much, yeah. I think it's like 78, 99, it's pretty much the same thing really at this point. Like, there's going to be someone who doesn't realise that that's sarcasm. To be honest, this is way further than I ever thought I was going to get with Iron Man, so... Your Iron Man's now a higher level than your main, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, my main's 126.
Is it?
Or 127.
Oh, I didn't realise that. I thought you only got to like 108 or something. So about another 16,000 kills of those. Yeah, pretty much. Roughly that amount. Hey, Torag in the tunnels. That's a bit more interesting. Ooh, excuse me. So what's everyone else doing at the moment anyway?
Currently not getting back, man.
You are?
Currently not getting back. Not that I'm like salty about it.
Not at all. Why would you be? No, I know that pain, dude. Like I say, you said it to me a couple of years ago. Except for me, it wasn't in competitive, so I can imagine it's a lot more frustrating for you. Music then, wasn't loaded. I just told my girlfriend that I've not cut my hair for like 2.5 months now. Bearing in mind she's not seen me for a month and I usually cut it every 6 weeks. She's very, very happy. She's a big fan of the long hair, and I've not had long hair for a long time. Although Kieran, don't worry, it's not going to end up looking like it did at secondary school. I've learned from my mistakes.
Yeah, good. No, I was a bit slow though.
You were?
I was a bit slow, aren't you?
I noticed.
Yeah. Trying to
It's fine. We all know you're a little bit slow.
Yeah.
I must not be streaming at the right times because I don't get half as many viewers as I used to, but oh well. I'm enjoying the video making at the moment, so I've got so much stuff planned, man. Yeah, just as a heads up, I don't know how much I'll be streaming this week. I'll try to as much as I can, but I'm going to be making a load of video content because I want to try and do another 2 this week coming, and then I want to have 3 come out the following week. But I'm going to be on a course the following week, so I'm not going to actually have time to film and edit the following week, so I'm going to be filming and editing those this week as well, and then just be like coming home from the course in the evening and uploading the video on certain days next week. So I'm going to be doing a lot of video production this week, so I will try to edit. I'll try to stream as much as I can, but it might be a little bit less than usual. So I know that my streams dropped off a little bit this week. That's just because I had some personal issues that I had to deal with. So So yeah, hopefully you guys can forgive me for not streaming quite so much this week. Like I say, I had some issues come up that just made it difficult to stream as much as I would have liked to. Like I say, I will try my best the week after this week, so next week I suppose, as it might be called in some places. I really do not know how much I'll be able to stream. I will try to as much as possible, but I will not be able to do these late night streams because I'm going to have to be getting up at about 6 in the morning. I have one idea, but it could cancel the whole countdown. I have no idea what you're talking about, Howie, but go for it. Carol just doesn't want to take damage. There we go. When you read the book, you get a countdown for 7 days. If I read it now, it can maybe not. Oh, okay. I mean, to be honest, Howie, Google is your friend. Like, just Google it, dude.
Is there like a way to like mute everyone on Counter-Strike?
Yeah, you can in the options menu. You'll want to undo it when you go into competitive because you'll miss callouts, but you can mute everyone in the options menu. You can just have it to no voice or something, I think. It's the setting that you want. I'll join you for a bit when I've done this trip, I think. We'll see what happens. Because Barrows is not being kind to me on the items tonight. Really? Yeah, Barrows is not being nice to me tonight, so let's go do some dungeoneering. You gonna join us, Kieran?
Nah, if you want to get into I'm gonna.
Alright. How many have I done of the Barrows Brothers now? 53. I think I'm due an item fairly soon, but we'll see. You're saying Google doesn't show how to make an Iron Man account not Iron Man. I find that very hard to believe, Howie. Right. I've had a look on Google, Howie, and it says read the book, and then in 7 days your account will be changed back to non-Iron Man. This literally took me 2 seconds to find on Google. Where is my ring of kinship? What on earth have I done with it? Oh well. 2 seconds, that's like... That's kind of the point I'm making, to be fair, Mr. Judy. It's been 9 days. Are you sure you actually read the book? Can't invite an Iron Man. Oh, that sucks. Kind of makes sense, though, to be fair. It does kind of make sense. Should have really... Yeah, we should have thought about that, really. Oh well. That's not where daily challenges go. Yeah, there you go. Use the book again. You just answered your own question, dude. God damn. Want to join on your main? Nah, I'm good. My main's got like 87 dungeoneering, so I don't need to level it at all now, to be honest. Like, I'm not going for 99. I've got access to everything I need access to. Thank you for the offer, though, man. Right, let's go do this Bright Memories challenge. Just use the book, Howie. For God's sake, just use the goddamn book.
So another day you're going to do a CSGO stream. You need like Luke and someone do like 1v1s and 2v2s and kind of that.
Yeah, I was thinking that, to be honest. I don't know if I stream competitive because that's just kind of tempting fate. But arms race and 2v2s and shit could be fun on stream. I'm gonna try to get 115 dungeoneering now, he says, like it's no big deal. Fucking hell. Hey JSP, how you doing, man? We're doing interesting gameplay here with some divination training. Dogs, yes, dogs was supposed to be the theme. Hate them. Oh man, me and you wouldn't get along in real life then, because I fucking love dogs. Dogs saved my life. Like, I literally wouldn't be sat here talking to you right now if it wasn't for my old dog. So, but no, I was supposed to be doing Storytime Sunday. Only 3 mil XP. Only 3 mil XP, fucking hell. We're supposed to be doing Storytime Sunday on dogs, and then most of the guys that really like the Storytime Sunday didn't join till later on, so it kind of didn't happen, but yeah. I can understand that, man. I know a few people who've been attacked, but yeah, it's just like anything else, like, you gotta remember that, like, they're not all like that at the end of the day. Like, that's the important thing to remember. Like, my old dog, the one that saved my life, she was an ex-fighting dog. She was a rescue, and she'd been used for fighting and breeding, so she was in a real bad state. But she, like, I retrained her, and she ended up becoming an autism assistance dog, and we used to go down to like, there's this local project that works with autistic kids, and I used to take her down there, and she worked with the autistic children and teenagers, and she was brilliant with them, man. You know, and this was a dog that had been used to fight other dogs for like 6 years, but she was fantastic with these kids. She just sat by them and let them cuddle her, and I mean, some of them just, they don't know how to behave around dogs at all, and they'd be like poking her in the eyes and pulling her ears and stuff like that, and she just sat there and just didn't react to it, man. She was brilliant. That's fair enough, man. I mean, my old girl Patsy, she was a German Shepherd, Belgian Shepherd mix, so she looked like a German Shepherd but a little bit smaller and slimmer. And she was beautiful. She was such a beautiful dog. And I trained her to the point where she'd just walk with me wherever, so I never used to have her on lead, and she'd just stay by my side constantly. She was such a great dog. I've got her name. She's called Patsy. I've got her name tattooed on my upper arm. Because, like I say, I wouldn't be here without her at the end of the day. You know, like, I would not be talking to you right now over this stream if it wasn't for that dog. And that's not saying like, oh, that's not saying like, oh, I wouldn't have the confidence. That's like, I literally would not be alive without that dog. She came to me at a really dark time in my life, and she gave me a reason to get out of bed in the morning, you know. She was such a beautiful dog, everyone loved her, man. Yeah, she really was. She was one of a kind. It was one of those things, like, I'd wanted a dog for a while, and we all knew it'd be good for me with my depression and that. And we went to the local RSPCA shelter, and we sort of looked at the dogs, and they used to do, they don't do it anymore, but they used to do this thing called Dog of the Week, where they'd have a particular dog behind the reception to like try and help it get adopted, and Patsy was the Dog of the Week, and she was like, I remember I went in and I saw her, and as soon as I saw her I was just like, that's the dog. I'd already seen her on the website and was kind of interested, but as soon as I saw her in real life, I was like, that's the dog. I'm taking her home. And we saw a couple of other dogs. My mum wasn't too keen on having like a big dog. She wanted a little terrier, but and eventually I just said no. I was like, I need to meet Patsy. I need to meet that dog. And so they brought her out, and I took her for a walk, and that was it. Like straight away, we just connected. There was just a bond there, like immediately. And apparently she was like whimpering. According to the staff, she was whimpering when we went home, which she'd never done before. She was always a very independent dog, but me and her clicked that much in that first meeting that she just, you know, she didn't want me to go, and I didn't want to go either. I didn't want to leave her behind, but I had to, because she had to have some dental surgery. She had rotten teeth, and she had to have, well, they said they were probably going to remove a couple of them and then clean up the rest of them, but it turned out they were much worse than what they originally thought, and they ended up removing 90% of her teeth. She literally had 3.5 of her canines teeth left, and then 3 teeth on the back top right, and the rest of her teeth got taken out. Not that stopped her. She could eat for England. She used to just absolutely demolish her dinner and her breakfast every day. You know, you wouldn't think she didn't have teeth when you saw her eat, but and she was so fantastic, man. She was such a great dog, and I remember going and picking her up, and she was so excited, and she was wagging her tail, and I was excited, and I think it was the first time I'd really felt excited for anything in about 2 years. And the vet at the sanctuary said that because of her age and the treatment she'd had, we'd probably have her for about 2 years before she'd die, and we had her for just over 4 years in the end. So I mean, she hung on right to the end, and she was such a beautiful dog, and she helped so many people through the volunteer work we used to do. You know, we used to work with autistic children, and then we worked with teenagers and adults of all different ages, from like 18 right up to like 65, helping them build confidence to get back into work when they've been out of work for a long time and stuff like that. And she was something special, man. She was, you know, there'll never be another dog like Patsy. She was amazing. There's this brilliant picture of that my ex-girlfriend took of me and Patsy. I was walking her, and my ex-girlfriend fell a little bit behind us because she was looking at the view, and I hadn't realised, and me and Patsy walked ahead, and she took a picture of us. And like I say, I never used to use a lead when I was walking her. She just followed me, and there's this brilliant picture of like me and Patsy just trotting along next to me, looking up at me as we walk down this path, and just kind of sums up our relationship entirely. We were just always by each other's side, you know. You know, she was and always will be my best friend. No offense, Kieran. But you know, it's just, yeah, it's how it is. But she was such a fantastic animal. You never know another animal like her. You know, and I'm very much in the mindset that in a lot of cases dogs are better than humans, you know. Yeah, man, dogs are just, they're so loyal if you treat them right. Oh, I didn't mean to upset you, Dan. But like, dogs are just, they're so loyal, and they will just stick with you through anything, and like, doesn't matter how low you get. When you've got a dog, you've always got someone there for you that you can just turn to and be like, you know, yo, make me feel better, and that's what they do, you know. You can complain, you can moan to a dog, and they won't judge you for it. You know, they won't judge you for feeling the way you feel. So, oh, excuse me. I mean, they're so fantastic, you know. Yeah, exactly. It's all about how you treat them at the end of the day. Yeah, that's what it comes down to, is how you treat them. You treat them right, and they'll treat you right. And that's why I always say, there's no such thing as a bad dog. It's bad owners. You know, like I say, Patsy was a fighting dog for the first portion of her life, but she ended up becoming a therapy dog through just being looked after properly, you know? You miss your dog? I miss Patsy every day, man. I mean, I have another dog now called Sparky, who, again, he's brilliant. He's the biggest dickhead you'll ever meet. Like, he's so difficult to deal with on like a day-to-day basis. But he's still, you know, I wouldn't change him for the world. Like, the one that attacked me, the owners used to treat you like shit. Yeah, I mean, that's 90% of the time. That's exactly how it is. You know, that's what it is. That's how it is. Where the fuck is my seaweed? Seriously, where is my seaweed? Okay, where's that gone? Why is it on there? What? Yeah, 90% of the time, it's the owners, you know. I mean, and the thing is, like, any dog can be dangerous as well. Alright, see you later, Kieran, man. Have a good night. Like, any dog can be dangerous, you know. Like, I mean, my current dog is a Mastiff Cross Greyhound, so he's a big dog. He's 36 kilos, and he looks like someone's force-fed a greyhound steroids. You know, he's a big old boy, and he's been attacked by a spaniel twice. Like, and it's all because the owner doesn't look after the dog properly, so it's full of aggression, and it just goes attacking people. You know, it's ridiculous, but I'd never blame the dog, I'll blame the owner. And if I could, I would take the dog off the owner and I would retrain it, and it'd probably be a lovely little lap dog. But unfortunately, it's currently looked after by someone. Oh, there's Howie, running past us. No longer an Iron Man. You know, and it's such a it could be such a lovely dog if the owner looked after it properly, and that's all it comes down to at the end of the day. How dangerous is it? I'm going to assume that you mean spaniel rather than spangle there, Howie, but you'd be surprised, they can be pretty fucking dangerous. This little fucking spaniel that we have in town, this little horrible little shit of a dog, and like I said, I don't blame the dog, I blame the owner, but this horrible little shit of a dog called Milo, and it frequently attacks Sparky, my dog. It's attacked him twice now, and every time we come near, and the owner's, oh, he's fine, he's just a bit vocal. And it's like the last time she let him off lead when my dog was about, my dog was on the lead, mind, because he gets really boisterous with other dogs, so I don't let him off lead. It's not that he's vicious or anything, he's just a giant puppy, and he doesn't realise how big he is, so I just have to keep him on the lead. But he is getting better, to be fair, he's getting a lot better recently, but as she let this little bloody shit stain of a dog off the lead, and it just charged for him, jumped on his face, and tried to bite his neck. Like, it went straight for his neck. The thing was trying to kill him. Now, like I say, Sparky's a 36 kilo greyhound cross. You know, he's a big old boy, so he just shook his head and this thing went flying. But I mean, I watched it and I genuinely, I mean, I ran over and I checked Sparky because I genuinely thought, like, oh, it's bitten his neck. I thought I was going to have to be, you know, running off to the bloody vets with him, getting his neck stitched up. Now, luckily for me, he shook his head soon enough that that dog came flying off before he could get his teeth in. But you know, I think the thing that I find really difficult with Sparky is other dog owners, and the reason for that is he's got some issues. He's got some behavioural issues. we don't know anything about his past. All we know is that his previous owners abandoned him, and he's about 8 or 9 years old. That's all we know. That's literally all we know. His previous owners abandoned him, and he's 8 or 9 years old. Well, probably 9 or 10 now, because we've had him for a year. But so we don't know anything about the first sort of 8-9 years of his life. And you know, he acts up a lot. He will bark at dogs his size or bigger very, very aggressively. He's not too keen on small dogs if they're like really energetic, and he tries to chase any small animal like cats, hedgehogs, squirrels, any of that. It all gets chased. So we think that he was used for something that's been popping up over the last few years, which is called competitive coursing. Now, competitive coursing, probably know what hare coursing is, where they get lurchers and greyhounds and similar dogs to chase hares and rabbits and kill them. Well, competitive coursing is this absolutely disgusting thing that's popped up in recent years, and it's where they breed greyhound type dogs with bull type dogs, which, I mean, he's a well, we think he's Mastiff Greyhound, but he could be American Bulldog Greyhound, but he's Greyhound and some bull breed, so he fits the description. They then hare course, so they get the dogs to chase the hare, and then once they catch the hare, rather than killing it, they then have the dogs fight each other over who gets to kill the hare. The last dog standing gets to kill the hare, and then eat it as well. So of course a lot of these dogs are kept very hungry, they're not fed properly, so that they'll be more aggressive when they fight each other, because they are fighting for survival. Yeah, I'm going to be making molten glass. I was doing barrows earlier, and then I was going to do dungeoneering with Mr. Judy, but then we remembered that Iron Men can't group with non-Iron Men for dungeoneering. I'm not sure if they can group at all, to be honest, but so I might go back to barrows in a bit, see if I can get some gear, but I thought I'd do some of my daily bits in the meantime. Because I'm planning to stream for a couple more hours at least, so I've been so busy making videos the last few days, I've barely done anything on, like, actually done anything on my account. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to get some bits done. But yeah, so we think he was used for something called competitive coursing, which would explain why he chases small animals and is aggressive towards large dogs. But we don't know for sure. You know, we have no way of knowing, because his original owners, the police did look for them because of them abandoning him, but they never found him. So they never found the original owners, so we'll never know. And he's taking a lot. Got my 50 mining the other day. Nice, man. You want to get 60 and to get the lunar diplomacy done. It's worth it. So yeah, so I mean, we just kind of have to, like, the thing with Patsy was, with training Patsy, I knew her history, I knew what she'd been used for. With Sparky, it's all guesswork, so he's a lot harder to train. But after about a year, I've cracked it, so he no longer barks at other dogs when he sees them. He's still very wary of them, and sometimes if he's having a bad day, he can't walk past them, and I'll have to make him sit and wait while they walk past him. But he no longer barks at them. But he's getting a lot better. Oh, 68, nice one then. So it's all about, you know, it's all about patience at the end of the day with dogs, I think. But you will get as much out of them as you're willing to put in, and the more work you put in, the more love you get back. And the thing is, no human will ever love you as much as your dog does. You know, I mean, people talk about unconditional love, but dogs do love unconditionally. They don't expect anything in return for their love. They will just love you for who you are. And that's one of the things that I really love about them. You know, they're just such fantastic, not just fantastic animals, but fantastic companions. You know, you'll never have a human companion like a dog. Dogs will be there through thick and thin, as Patsy and Sparky have both proven. You know, they will love you no matter what, and they will, when everyone else abandons you, your dog will still be there, wagging his tail, ready to go. You know, and you just gotta love them at the end of the day. Like, I can't imagine a life without dogs. I really can't. I don't know what I would do without a dog. I'm even considering taking on another one, much to my parents' displeasure. But Sparky has a girlfriend, basically. A dog that he not only tolerates, but actually is infatuated with. And it's this lovely mongrel called Socks. And she is being fostered by someone locally at the moment, but she's up for rehoming. And I'm having a really hard time talking myself out of taking her on when I'm working again, because she's such a beautiful dog. She really is so beautiful, and I'd love to see those two living together. I think they do a lot of good for each other. I have hardly any achievement diaries done. That's actually something I was thinking about doing tonight on stream, because I really need to get around to it. Yeah, so I'm able to do Demonheim easy, Fremnik easy, Karamja easy, and Wilderness easy. And I have done Falador easy, Lumbridge up to medium, and Varrock easy, and that's it. So I was thinking about making a start on them. I need to do a load more quests to be able to do more achievement diaries, to be honest. But right, what was I doing? I was going to do a farming run real quick. That was what I was going to do. Free teleports to Nada. That would be useful, to be fair. Right, is Aventine the best I can plant right now? I keep forgetting the order of the herbs. Yeah, Aventine. Okay, that's cool. And I have 2 watermelon seeds, so I can't do shit all with them. Gives an auto there, which boosts your HP up a lot. I really do need to get on with them, to be honest. Like, I've really got no excuse apart from having not done the quests, but I mean, realistically, I need to get those quests done and just kind of get a move on with it. I really don't want to plant oaks, but I suppose I ought to, really. Pineapple and curry. Right, okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Oh wait, no, I'm still forgetting 2 things. Dogs are awesome, man. Dogs are just... couldn't live without them. They're brilliant. Dog is man's best friend. Definitely, man, definitely. I remember we had a little Tibetan Terrier when I was a kid, and I think that was where my kind of fascination with them started, because, you know, I just grew up with one in the house, and they really are, they're wonderful. They are, as the internet often says, too good for this world. You just got trolled. Why does that not surprise me, Howie? I mean, how'd you get trolled, Howie? That's what I meant to say. I'm too harsh on Howie. I probably shouldn't be quite so harsh on him. Yeah, definitely, man. Sense of smell and their eyesight and all of that, it helps in so many ways. You got a troll hat. Right, okay. I'm so good at farming, look at how healthy all my crops are. That's mean, JSP. I can't say I disagree though. Oh wait, what? Huh. Oh, I must have already health checked it. That's awkward. Why didn't I clear it? Parents always told you never to lie. Fair enough, dude. I can't really argue with that logic. Oh, my girlfriend would be so happy if she saw that. The fucking One Piece fucking item override. I don't fucking know what it's called. I've never actually watched One Piece, but my girlfriend goes on about it enough that I know who that's supposed to be. Plus the name kind of makes it fairly obvious. When did I check all of these? I'm kind of disappointed because I was looking forward to my nice big XP drops and now I'm not getting them. Hoping to level up at least. Oh, I think I should level up still anyway. Yeah, I should do. Huh. Exactly 2,000 remain though. It's not often you see that. I can't remember which of my 99s it was on my main, but one of my 99s I managed to get it completely by accident, so that I had exactly 1 XP between 98 and 99, which is quite cool. I did have a screenshot of it, but I forgot to back it up, and then later on I had to wipe my hard drive because my computer went all weird and wouldn't work properly. Wait, what? What's that? Truck fit. Isn't that brand of clothing that Lil Wayne has or something? I can't remember. I'm barely laughing. Okay. Right, what else have I got to do? Lumbridge, Varrock, Trinome Strongholds, Karamja, that's the one. Right.
I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you the right.
Dude, chill out, man, come on. What? I checked this one as well. Oh, god damn it. Do I have a single tree on my run that I haven't already checked? Because that's going to be really annoying if I haven't.
This is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't
the wheat barley, what? Oh, do you mean barley? I have no idea. The stream wouldn't be the same. That's true. The stream wouldn't be the same without Howie. Howie is unique to the Draculos stream, and I appreciate it. Oh my god, I have checked them all the other night. Why did I check them and not reply? It's barely barley. Oh, where am I going? I need to go this way. I hear they're talking about changing the Grand Exchange back to the old style of just having the single booth around the centre thing. I hope they do. Because I preferred that. I don't like this weird setup of having 4 in the corners. It just seems a bit pointless. Oh, and they did the rep changes for Menethos now with the Slayer Codex and City Quests and that. They hit at some point. Oh, and I logged into my main yesterday. He gained a load of Menethos rep for his Codex entries, so that was cool. Yay, 55. Oh, cool, we can go cacti. I was going to say cactuses, but that's not a word. Cacti. I'm going to go ahead and hazard a guess that the cacti patch might be in the desert. I could be wrong though. Game tick OP, Jesus. Is it Al Career? Because I actually have some cactus seeds, I think. Northeast of Alcrow Lowstone. Oh, cool. Okay, I might go plant some because I've actually got some seeds. I think. Let me take a 2 litre bottle of OJ tonight. Oh, that's cool, man. I like orange juice. I've started drinking fruit juice again recently in an effort to be healthy. I know it's got like loads of sugar in, but it's like natural sugar, so it's supposed to be better for you or something. I don't know. I'm just told it's good for me, so I keep drinking it. Yep, the god statues are up again today, as is the troll invasion, whatever the hell it is called thingy do, and all the other monthly activities. I have to be honest, I've only done one of my statues so far. Because I can make videos about doing that stuff all I want. It doesn't mean I'm actually going to do it myself. Oh, natural. Yeah, man. Natural sugar, yeah. The thing is, I have Gilbert syndrome, so I can get away with having a bit more sugar than what most people do anyway, so it's all good. They reckon Gilbert syndrome's the reason I'm as tall as I am, so I'm just like, cool. Giant oyster. I always forget about that one actually, I'm not used to that one being a thing. Oh yeah, I see the patch on the map there. 1.4 mil from loot. What? I didn't think it gave loot like that. Clearly I'm missing a trick. Giant oyster's the thing from the that underwater quest, right? Or am I being an idiot? I have 2 cactus seeds. I open the oyster every month, it's like a clean reward. Where's that at then? Beneath cust. Oh, okay, so it is that thing. Okay, I'll have to go check that out. I've never actually planted a cactus before, but seeing as how I have the seeds, I might as well. Wizard Myrtle, Wizard's Hat. Ah, fuck yeah, let's go do that. And the farm and fish XP is great. Yeah, I remember about the farming and that. Let's go do that shit then. I think I did it like after I did the quest and I just sort of forgot that it existed after that. 130k at 80 fishing. Fucking hell, that's not bad. I need to level my fishing really. I've got 65 so I can get in the fishing guild now, and before anyone says oh it's 68 I use fishing potions to boost. But I still need to level it really because I need to look at starting to get sharks soon. And if it gives farming XP, that's really good too, because I need to get 63? Yeah, 63 for thingy. The Candy's Lodestone, what? So what do I do? Just gather the seaweed and get farming XP, right? Fish/admin reply for a better boost. Because the fishing potion's enough to get me into the fishing guild for clue scrolls and that. Open oyster. Oh, also, yeah, I have quite a few potions from leveling Herblore. It was an easy one to do with the stuff that I had. Magic combo, adamant crossbow, and a Gothic's, whatever that word says. 1.3 mil. Huh. Huh. That's cool. Huh. I never knew about that. Holy shit. I'm gonna have to go do that on my main at some point. Holy shit, that's so cool. Oh my god. I'm making fucking guide videos about this game and I have no idea what I'm talking about. Gotta wait a month for it. It was fair enough. I mean, it's like Clue Scroll reward with no effort, so. Man, I want to do this more often. Because of the fortunate component. Yeah, I remember, oh, you mean Canifis? You need to do, oh, what's it called? Priest in Peril quest to get to Canifis, Howie. Oh, that's all the farming XP I can get, okay. What's that? Delicious seaweed. What do I do with that? Oh, I feed it to the oyster, I see. Still need to feed the oyster sea cucumber. Okay. You don't need Priest in Peril, don't you? I thought you did. Oh, okay. Hey, level my fishing. You also kill the ghoul blocking you from going to the barrier. The ghoul? What? I know there was a dog blocking the way or something. Man, this game changes whenever I don't play it, and then I come back and get confused by everything. Thank you, Dan. Holy shit, this is ridiculously good fishing XP. That got me like 15k XP or something, what the hell? Can I fish anymore, or have I done everything? Getting to all the fishing XP you can, okay. There is a goal where Drizzle should be. Oh, I didn't know that, okay, fair enough. That is really good. I need to listen to you guys more often. Although, to be fair, I am pretty good at listening to you guys, I think, so... So that's another magic composite bow to add to the collection. I just want to do a quick check on my Clue Scroll reward value. I've got to find this out. Although it's probably going to make me sad because I'm an Iron Man and I can't sell any of this, but still. That's true, it did actually. Oh, it's doing bloody high alk values. I don't want the high alk values. How do I change that? Is there any way to do that? To change that so that I can see the resale value rather than the thingy value? There's got to be a way of doing that, right? Is it in the price checker itself, maybe? No. Setting on price checker. Click scales. Where are the scales? Am I being totally daft right now? What scales am I looking for? I'm sure there's a way of checking it. I could have sworn there was a way of checking it, but what about no, that's got nothing on it. I suppose I could just do it the old-fashioned way with the Grand Exchange what's it and a calculator. This is gonna really depress me because obviously I can't sell any of this stuff, but alright, so that's 578. Which one is that? That's H4. That's page 3. Okay. Which page is that? 1. That's 143. Yeah, this is already depressing me. Luke's trying to troll you. What's he doing? What's that? H3 and H2. do that so I don't get logged out. Good. He's changed his name and said it wasn't him. He's a fanboy. Got JSPK not at all. See your previous name. He tried, man. He tried. What am I up to? I am currently adding up the market value of my Iron Man's Clue Scroll rewards to see how much he's got sitting in his bank right now. Alright, I got the final value of 14.6 mil in items on an account that can't trade. That's like more than double his cash pile right now in items that he can't do anything with. I don't know how I feel about that. 14.6 mil. Are you taking the piss? Oh my god. That is insane. Alright, what are we gonna do now? Let's go do some more barrows, I think. I wanna do some more barrows. I haven't had an item in a while. Oh, actually, before I do, I'll mix up some more prayer potions really quickly. This won't take too long. Fort comps are insane. Oh, yeah, the composite bows, they're ridiculous right now. Wonder when the beach is coming out. Sometime soon, I'd imagine. Yeah, that's what's done it. I think it's a good thing though. Some people are complaining about it recently, but like I think it's a good thing because I think it's about time that Clue Scroll rewards were worth something again. You know, I think it's a really good thing. It's nice to see these supposedly rare, valuable items actually be valuable again. As someone who, I mean, back in the day, like Clue Scrolls was all I ever used to do. Is why it took me so many years to actually like get a 99, because my favourite thing to do was just Clue Scrolls. It's all I did all day. It was Clue Scrolls. So it took me years to get my 99s because I just wasn't interested in it. And it was when Clue Scrolls stopped being worth anything that I lost interest and started getting 99s. But like now, so you can make money aside from dice. Is that a stab at me? Is that a very subtle stab at me there? Actually, I don't know if you know about that. I can't remember who was in the stream when I talked about that. I'm not sure if even Luke knows about that, actually. If he does, he'll know what I'm talking about. If he doesn't... about what? Basically, the only reason my main has got all the gear that it's got is because I got a shadow die from a hard Clue Scroll. Which is probably going to piss a few people off, to be fair. How much is a shadow die? About 800 mil. What number Clue Scroll? Well, I believe on the actual tracker it was like 60 something, but you got to bear in mind I did a lot of Clue Scrolls back in the day before they brought in the trackers, which obviously don't count towards it, so I couldn't say like the true amount, but the tracked amount is like 60 something. But I mean, it's probably more in the hundreds because of obviously all the ones I did before they started tracking them. Won the 200 mil on spins once? Oh wow, man. That's fucking cool. Luke's just sat here like, what the shit? Why don't I get anything? Oh nice. See, mine, when I got my shadow die, the grand exchange price was like just over 1 bill. But no one would buy it for that. Like it wouldn't sell in the grand exchange at that. It wouldn't, like no one on the forums would have it. And I think I ended up getting about 825 mil or something for it. So, but most people at the time were offering about 750 to 800. So I felt pretty good about getting 825 for it. There's me making soft play for money. It's all about the Clue Scrolls, man. It's all about the Clue Scrolls. I kept saying, like, people used to ask me, especially like back when most of the the composite bows and the God Trim stuff and that still wasn't really worth anything. And people always used to sit there and say, "Why do you keep doing them? You're never gonna get third age or anything like that." And I'd be like, "I fucking will one day. I will one day," and I fucking did. I got the shadow die. After like 10 years of playing, I got the shadow die. So clues are amazing right now. Yeah, you can't not do them right now. Like the money you get from them is just insane at the moment. But like I say, I love it. It makes them worth doing again. I think it's fantastic. I'm so glad that they're back to what they once were. And I love that. I just thought, have I done my Grim Gem today? Oh no, not destroy. Oh, okay, I have done. Imagine getting a Shadow Die on my Iron. I don't think it'd be Iron Man much longer. I have a feeling I'd have a new Iron Man. Although I've heard that apparently you can trade stuff from your Iron Man to your main by dropping it. If you like take your Iron Man to like a secluded area, drop the item, and then go pick it up on your main. Apparently, but I don't know if that's true. And obviously, I wouldn't want to test it out with a Shadow Die. Yeah, and the thing is, like, I mean, I think it's always, you know, I think a lot of these items have probably peaked and are now going to drop a bit, but I think they're going to stay being relatively valuable for the foreseeable future, so you can do it more safely. Oh, do tell. Because if I ever did get something massively valuable, I probably would want to send it over. Hey, Daedra, how you doing? It's night for me. It's 10 to 1 in the morning, actually, so. Pickpocketed, offer 200 handguards, still no scroll. I can trade destroyable items from my iron to my name. Oh, how do you do that then? Yeah, Europe is night now, definitely. Have I done Carnelian Rising? Not yet, no. It's on my list of many quests to do, but I haven't got around to it yet, no. Fourth of July coming up. Yeah, I know. We've got some Americans live around this area, and they've been letting off fireworks all night, so I am very aware of the 4th of July. American neighbours have made sure of that. Allows you to do a treasure hunt for a bit. Oh, right. Oh, it's doing the album mix thing. Why is it? I don't like the album mix. There we go. You can put any tradable item in there and bury it and dig it up on any non-iron. Oh, that's cool, man. I'll have to get on that if I do get something valuable. Because I wouldn't want to make this Iron Man a normal account now because I put so much work into it. But if I did get a die, it would feel like an absolute waste having it sit in this guy's bank rather than putting it on my main where I could use it to get some 99s and stuff, you know. So I'll have to remember about that. I was going to say that both accounts need to have done Carnelian Rising, but my main has Quest Cape, so it doesn't matter. I keep forgetting he's got that. Well, to be fair, he probably doesn't have it anymore because I haven't done the new quests that came out with Menethos, but he had Quest Cape, I should say. Hey, we've got Aram in the tunnels. I like Aram in the tunnels. Sounds like a euphemism really, but there we go. You can use it to cash out your useless fortunate components on your Iron Man if you're not planning on making a lot of dwarves yourselves on that. My thing with the... I mean, I probably, if I ever get to that point, I probably would make a Luck of the Dwarves on my Iron Man, because I think it'd be quite cool to have a Luck of the Dwarves on an Iron Man. I think that'd be quite an achievement. My thing with, like, that tab that I just kind of added up the value of and that, I just find it cool to have a bunch of, like, valuable items on my Iron Man to kind of show off a little bit. But like, if I got like 3rd Age or dies or something, then I'd probably trade it over. But as long as it's items like that, I'll keep them, and then if I ever do get to the point of being able to make a Luck of the Dwarves, I've got the items there to do it. Also, I have no... just versus people in... Oh, do you mean Al-Kharid? That is an amazing typo, how you managed to get Al-Moravid from Al-Kharid. I will never know, but congratulations to you for managing it. I just find it funny how my Iron Man has so much better luck when it comes... I mean, apart from obviously getting the Shadow Die on my main, that was pretty fucking lucky, but... like, clue to clue, my Iron Man makes way more money than my main on clues. Like, I get maybe an item 1 in every 5 hard clues, like a valuable item 1 in every 5 on my main. My Iron Man gets them like every other clue. It's ridiculous. Is it 50 components you need? No wonder they're so valuable then. I thought it was like 2 or 3, but if it's 50 that would explain it. I remember when Luck of the Dwarves kind of, not when it first came out, but when the price started shooting up for it. And then in turn the price of all the hard clue rewards started shooting up as well. And I got a magic composite bow on a clue reward on my main, and it came up at like 800k value, and I honestly thought, because I didn't know about it, I honestly thought the game had glitched out, so I re-rolled my reward thinking it was showing the wrong value, and got like a 90k reward instead. I was so pissed when I found out later on. Just dropping by for a little bit, I have a lot of cooking and stuff to do, so I probably won't be back. Have a great stream there. Thank you, Danger, I appreciate you dropping by. I am going to do some more... I would say that I will do more Dark Souls, but I've got a lot to get done this week before my course next week, so I will try and get some Dark Souls in for you, but I can't promise anything, but we'll see what happens. Rip that combo. Yeah, exactly, man. I found out like 2 days later and I was just like, are you fucking serious? Like, I was not a happy man. I did get 2 Rune Heraldic Helms in the same clue scroll on my main though, which is quite cool. And it valued the clue scroll at 1 mil because it valued the helm at 500k each, and then each helm sold for over 1 mil individually. So that was pretty cool. I was pretty happy with that. Oh god, no, not Darrock in the tunnels. That's no fun. So I was pretty happy about that. That kind of made up for it, I think. I got my last 2 kiln capes on my main last night. Mr. Judy already knows because I was chatting to him as I was doing it. So he's now got all 3 kiln capes, which I'm quite happy with. I did consider doing them on stream, but in the end I didn't fancy it. I just wanted to get them done. And I wasn't in too much of a chatty mood last night, so it wouldn't have been too entertaining anyway. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, I suppose if you got a bit of luck on your side, then it's worth farming the components yourself, really. Just depends how lucky you are. Kirill annoys me when he just refuses to die. There we go. Rocking the tunnels. I'm not looking forward to this at all. Oh, excuse me. Hey, Mr. Judy, quick question. On your main, when you're doing Slayer, with the new Slayer update and that, do you still go to Morven for your tasks, or do you go to Simona now? Go to Morven just for the XP and bring my vocals. I haven't got the souls yet. Fair enough. So that's what I've been doing for the moment. But I haven't had any of the new Slayer tasks, and I really want to start getting them because they are supposed to be the best XP rates at the moment. So it's kind of annoying me that I've not had any, and I keep getting told that Simone is the best place to go, but I also don't want to get like bloody Mighty Banshee's Slayer task, because that's a bit shit, really. Go fulfilling the souls later. Yeah, I've been doing the Souls thing when I remember to. It's good fun actually. I really enjoy the Slayer Codex. I think that was a really nice addition. I do think it kind of sucks that. Yes, Verax plate skirt. There we go. I do think it kind of sucks that that you get like what is it? You only get like. So I've completely lost track of what I was saying now. Can't remember at all. Oh, that was it, yeah. Lower level Slayer Masters are good for filling the lower monsters. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I found that with most of the lower level monsters, I actually wrote a guide on the forums. On the week of release, I wrote a guide in a forum post. I wonder if it's still up there, it might be. A very rough guide, because I was doing most of it from memory. Let's have a look, is it still there? I don't know. Where can I view my forum posts? Let's have a look. But yeah, I sort of wrote a guide on where to go for the majority of the souls. I don't think it had all of them. Because like I say, it was from memory and it was on like, I think it was like 2 or 3 days after release. Yeah, it's on here. There we go. And I actually found that most of the lower level ones you could get really easily, just by killing them for like 10 minutes, like without even being on task. But I've had a lot of fun with it. I think the only thing that bothers me is I've had like 3 Aerith's tasks and forgotten to take my fucking Pokeball with me every time. So I still haven't got the Aerith soul even though I've had like 3 tasks. But I do find the Codex really good fun. I think that was a really nice addition to the game. Yeah, my little brief guide is on there and I colour coded it and gave each post a dumb subtitle. And is it by any chance the skeletal monstrosity or whatever it's called, skeletal horror, Howie? Or the chest in the aquarium? Because if it is, I have a feeling pretty much everyone in the chat probably already knows about them. To be fair, I say already know about them. I've never done either of them because I haven't got the requirements for either of them. Like my player-owned house on my main and on my Iron Man doesn't have an aquarium, and I've not collected all the bones to unlock the skeletal horror thing. So, I mean, I'm talking about that like I know what I'm on about, but I can't actually do either of them yet myself, so I should probably not be quite so high and mighty about it. Yeah, Barrows is so good for elite clue scrolls. Like, I've already done 5, I think, on this guy. 5 or 6. Yeah, chest aquarium, yeah. So I thought. I've already done 5 or 6 on this guy, and all but one of them, I believe, has been from Barrows. One of them did come from Dagonoth Rex, and then all the others came from this. Build an aquarium packs are really useful. Yeah, I really need to on this guy and on my main, to be honest. I'm just really... The thing with construction was when it first came out, I was actually quite good at it. In fact, day of release, I was actually #1 on the high scores for about 3 hours on construction on my main. I had, by the end of day 1, I actually had like 50 something construction or something stupid like that. And I was up there with like King Duffy 1 and all those guys in like the top 10 on high scores for construction on day of release. And then I promptly ran out of money and fell right behind. And I used to love it. I really, really loved it. And then they did a load of updates to it while I wasn't playing, and now I don't understand it. Yeah, I was literally only #1 for like 3 hours. It's not like... it's not a big claim to fame. I was #1 for about 3 hours on day of release, but... so it was, you know, it wasn't anything special. I think I was #1 between the levels of, I think, about 38 and 46, 47, something like that, was where I was #1 for on day 1. And then, like I say, by the end of day 1 I'd run out of money, and the next day I logged in and I was like 2,000 and something, and the day after that I was like 10,000 and something, and it just kind of kept going down because I didn't have the money to carry on training. It was the same with summoning. When summoning came out, I was #3 at one point on day 1, and I was actually, because my home world used to be World 84, and at the time King Duffy 1 used to use World 84 as his home world, and me and King Duffy 1 were actually training alongside each other on the day of summoning release, so that was kind of cool. Nice dude, by the way. Like, he's proper chatty actually. When you like, we were training together, running from Taverley Bank to Thingy, and he's a nice guy actually. But I was always very good at, like, when new skills were released, like fucking power leveling them on day 1, and then I'd run out of money and you know what task I've got at the moment on my main, which I'm really not looking forward to, is Camel Warriors. I've not actually fought them before, but I've fought the Mammoths and the Ripper Demons that came out in the same update, and they're both fucking awful tasks. I'm really, really not looking forward to fighting the bloody Camel Warriors, because they look just as awkward as the other two. I don't think I actually blocked the Mammoths after attempting them the first time, because they are just the biggest pile of bullshit ever. I fucking hate those things. The Mammoths are essentially like latency testers. Like, if you've got higher than like 30 ping, you can forget being able to fight them fucking things. Because they do that charge thing that hits you for like 6k damage or some bullshit. And I remember watching the guide, and the guy was like, oh yeah, just step a few squares to the side, and you'll be fine. And I stepped a few squares to the side, this Mammoth charges, there's like a 6-foot gap between me and him, and I still get hit for 6,000 damage, and I'm like, what the shit, bruh? Like, I wasn't there. How the fuck did he hit me? But the game's just like, no, you were there, even though you blatantly weren't, you were totally there, so you got hit, and I'm like, bruh, come on, it's not cool. So yeah, I fucking mammoths got banned very, very quickly. I think living wyverns are banned as well because I got so sick of that, having to balance the heat and the cold. I was just like, fuck this shit. Like, that's such a hassle that I just don't need when I want to do Slayer. And then doing Ripper Demons. Ripper Demons were alright, but I just found that I used so much. I could kill them at a decent rate, but they would just hit me so hard, even with Torva armor and deflect melee on. They'd hit me so fucking hard that I was losing money killing them because I was having to use so many Rocktails to heal through their damage. Like I say, even with Torva armor and deflect melee and 99 defense, I was having to eat so many fucking Rocktails per kill that I was losing money even with the loot, because the loot's decent, but it just wouldn't cover the cost of the supplies, and I was just like, and I've not killed the Camel Warriors before, but I've looked up a couple of guys and they looked so fucking awkward. I'm just like, oh, really not looking forward to it. But I've got no block slots left, unless I unblock something like Black Demons or something, which I'd rather not, because they're a bit shit and boring. I kind of wish that they, like... I think Black Demons need a buff. I think they need to, like, buff the damage and health of Black Demons and then buff the drops of them a little bit, and then maybe lower the amount you get per task to make them a bit more interesting as a task, because they're just such a pathetic task at the moment, Black Demons are. They don't really have a place in RuneScape at the moment. Because when you're at a level where Black Demons are, like, actually do damage and are hard to kill, their drops won't cover the cost of your supplies. But when they're easy to kill, the drops are so poor and the XP is so poor that they're not worth killing. So they're kind of a pointless task. I think they need changing a little bit. I've heard that Ripper Demons can be done with no food once you get the hang of it and with the right setup, but I've not figured out how to do that yet. This is why I like, because even though I've not had a Slayer task for the new creatures, I do like the new creatures because I went there and killed some of them on release day, just off task for a bit of fun. And I like them because they are just new Slayer creatures. You know, they're just nice and simple. You fight them, you use your prey, you use your food, you use whatever you got to use to kill them. But there's no bullshit latency testing mechanics on them. You just fight them like any other Slayer creature, and that's what I like. That's what I like about Slayer. That's what makes Slayer what it is. Go here, kill X amount of N creature, and I'm like, yes, more of that. You know, less of these fucking creatures like mammoths and camel warriors that are supposed to be mini bosses and just completely wreck you if you get a little bit of lag. Like, that shit's not fun. You know, if I want to do that shit, I'll go fight an actual boss, you know. And to be honest, I have an easier time at actual bosses than I do with those fucking mammoths and camel warriors and shit, so... They're not bosses in disguise with mare drops. Yeah, pretty much, like... I can see what they were trying to do, because I think it's called the Raptor update, isn't it? Because it was all based around that Raptor NPC. I can see what they were trying to do with the Raptor Slayer tasks, but I just think they missed the mark completely. Like, I can see what they were doing, but they were trying to add something that didn't need to be added. Like, if it's not broken, don't fix it, you know, but they tried to fix it when it wasn't broken. But what I like is that they seem to have realised that with the new Slayer monsters and gone, you know what, the old formula worked, so that's what we're going to stick with. And I can respect that, I can appreciate that. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel, Mr. Judy. Like, I don't mind killing a boss for Slayer, but like you say, it should be an optional boss variant. So, like, you get a Black Dragon's task and you go to KBD or QBD, you get Cowfight task, so you go to Cowfight Queen, or you get a couple of mates and go to Cowfight King. You know, that I'm all for. You know, you get the bigger drops, you get the bigger XP drops for putting in the effort. But you've also got that option of just killing the regular Slayer monster. But having Slayer monsters that are essentially miniature bosses that you have no option in is just not cool. Exactly, exactly. In fact, I actually have Greater Demons blocked at the moment, and I've been on my main, and I've been thinking about unblocking them and using it to go to Zami and just farm the shit out of Krill. Exactly, man, exactly. Like, that's the formula that works. That's what makes Slayer Slayer at the end of the day, you know? Because I love Slayer. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet, but I fucking love Slayer. It's my favourite skill. My main has 101, my Iron Man's got 76 already, you know. Yeah, exactly, because this is the thing, like, I am good at Slayer. I am very good at it. I am very knowledgeable on it. And it is my favourite skill. I'm gonna be doing Iron Man Slayer guides, as I say, etc, etc. You know, I love Slayer. I think Slayer is the one thing that really keeps me playing this game when anything else, like, exactly, you just go out and kill mass monsters, and some people don't like that, but then some people like me really love it. And you know, it's that one thing that when I'm training other skills or I'm doing quests or whatever, I get bored and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do some Slayer, and I know I'm gonna have fun. And then they did them Raptor ones, and it was just like, oh man. And it's like, suddenly, you know, I'm not someone who's good at bossing. Like, you know, I think I've made that clear in the past. Like, I'm not good at bossing. I can do God Wars 1, I can just about do the bosses in God Wars 2. I've not tried Rax yet. I keep saying I'm going to, but I haven't got around to it yet. But I'm not a bosser at the end of the day. So having Slayer monsters with boss mechanics is just so frustrating. It's like, ah. And especially because I love the codex, so I want to, you know, catch them in the Pokeballs for the codex. But I really don't want to kill those monsters because they're just so horrible. Oh shit. I'd forgotten about Darrock. Yeah man, I love Slayer too. Slayer is... Alright, we got a Verax skirt. I want to see if we can get 2 items tonight. I'm feeling motivated. I think just because I put out my best video yet on my channel today, so I'm like super motivated now. I'm like, yeah, let's get this shit, man. Hey JSP, you seen Luke's got that fucking face cam going on now? On his streams, he's got face cam. I find that shit hilarious. Like, not in a bad way, but just like, I don't know, I just find it really funny for some reason. When the first stream I went into, when he had it on, I was just like, what the fuck's that on the screen? He's like, yeah man, what is it? What is it? I think that's like my favourite game. When I'm not streaming, I just go into Luke's streams and fucking harass him. Just send him random messages. Yeah, no, Slayer's fun when you mix it with a bit of boss, and like you say, I like to go graters. I like to go to Krill when I go graters and stuff like that, but it should always be an option. And when they release like the mammoths and the camel warriors and that, it wasn't an option anymore, and I think that was a really bad move. Which is why I like the new updates so much, because it shows that they've obviously learned from that. $3K heals at Vinny went out. I've got a Twin Furies Grim task at the moment on my main. I really need to get around to doing it. I haven't been to Twin Furies in a long time, but I have good fun when I go there, so... I've had that task for like... God knows how many months. So bad at actually doing my Reaper tasks on my main. I'm really good at doing them on my Iron Man, but to be fair, I only go on my main like once every 3 days now. Because I'm either streaming my Iron Man or I'm recording footage for Iron Man videos, and that's like my entire life now, it's just Iron Man. It's good fun though. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I wasn't having fun, so... Yeah, you'll know if I ever stop having fun on Iron Man, because I'll suddenly start making videos with my main. So it'll be pretty obvious if I ever sort of change my mind about it. So I was getting some music back up because that playlist ended. Iron Man favoritism. Yeah, pretty much, to be honest, dude. Like, Iron Man is so much fun, dude. Like, I love it. I've said it before, it took me a while to really get into it and like properly appreciate it, but now I am into it. I'm stuck. Like, I love it. It's so much fun, and I don't know, every level that I get is just so much more satisfying on Iron Man. There's just like, every time I get a level, every time I get a piece of gear, it's like, yes, like, you know, if I get like a Barrows Reaper task on my main, I come down here and I get like a Barrows item, it's like, oh, that's cool, I made a bit of money. On here, I get a Barrows item, I'm like, yes, I'm one step closer, you know. I mean, I don't even want Verax, I want Guthans, and I got excited about getting the Verax skirt, because it just means so much more on Iron Man. I love it, it's so cool, like... I've got literally no use for full Verax at the moment, but I've got 2 pieces of Verax now, and suddenly my mind's like, I need to get the rest of it. You know, it's just, I love it. I think another part of it is, I don't know if you guys ever get this, but do you ever, whether it's RuneScape or any, could get that feeling you had when you first started playing the game? You know, and you're like, you'll make a new account, but it's just not the same because you already know everything. And Iron Man gives you a little bit of that feeling back. Got Primal 2 hand on my way. Yeah, man, it's just so exciting. Right, which one was it? It was Torag, wasn't it? You know, it's like, I mean, I get it with World of Warcraft all the time. Like, I've played World of Warcraft. Now I have the best 2-hand sword. Nice one, man. Oh, Primal in, oh, that's Dungeoneering, isn't it? Dungeoneering item. Yeah, I got, I can't know if it's Primal or something, but one of the really high level malls in Dungeoneering, and that was a really cool feeling. But you know, like, I've played Warcraft on and off for a few years now. I haven't played it for a little while, I haven't played it for about 4 months now, and that's one of those games, along with RuneScape, that I'm always kind of like, I wish I could go back and get that feeling that I had when I first played it, when I first started, and everything was new and fascinating. And I get that with Warcraft, I get it with RuneScape, I get it with a few other games as well. And I think for me, Iron Man really is the closest I've got to properly recapturing that feeling in RuneScape. Because you do end up actually doing a hell of a lot early on that you won't have done before because you won't have needed to. And like you level in totally different ways. Like I'm leveling summoning in a completely different, route from how I did on my main, because I'm not just looking at, oh, what pouches are the best XP, but I'm also looking at what pouches am I actually going to use? What pouches can I realistically get the secondary ingredients for without too much hassle? You know, and it might be like, well, this one's the best XP, but it's going to take me an hour to get the secondary ingredients for 25 pouches. Whereas this one is slightly less XP, but I can get enough secondary ingredients for 100 pouches in half an hour. You know, so it's a totally different way of thinking, and it has kind of recaptured that that fascination that you get when you first start playing a game. Oh, I love this track. I downloaded this track today. I really like it. I don't know why this track just makes me smile, and if anyone thinks that makes me sound like a wuss, just remember that I'm over 2 meters tall and could probably beat the shit out of you. Not that I would. Pretty tall as well, yeah. I'm probably about 15 centimeters taller than you. Yeah, because I'm about... Actually, no, 18, because I think I'm 2.08 meters, I think. So I know my height in feet and inches, so it's... But I think it works out to about 2.08. Oh shit me, I've got my no proud of that. Oh. I know what you mean, man. Like, it's not happened often, but I've seen a couple of people taller than me, and I'm always like, wait, what? Like, oh shit, okay. It's a bit of a shock when I see someone that's taller than me, I have to say. It does happen, but not often. I think the biggest reaction for me is because like a lot. I don't know if it's the same over where you are, but over here in England, a lot of tall blokes are very, very skinny. So it's really obvious that they're tall because they're like really tall and thin, like bean poles. Whereas I'm not skinny at all. I've got like a rugby player build. I've got proper broad shoulders. I'm just generally broad in general. Like I've got big arms, big legs, broad shoulders, the whole lot. You know, and so I'm not really skinny like most other tall blokes are. And so a lot of blokes, when they see me, a lot of other tall guys, when they see me, they immediately assume they're taller than me, and then they'll kind of walk up to me, because I don't, from a distance, because of how broad I am, I don't look as tall as I am. I almost look normal height from a distance. And then people get next to me and suddenly realise, like, oh shit, he's like a foot taller than me. You know, and it's always kind of cool seeing their reactions of like obviously thinking they're like the big man, and they sort of come closer and then realise that, oh wait, hang on, I'm not the big man anymore, this guy is instead. And it's good fun actually. You get, when you're on a night out, like go down the local pub or whatever, and you'll always get some twat who like some guy who's like 6'4", who thinks he's really tall. Because he's 6'4", and he's like trying to impress all the ladies, you know, and acting like a bit of a twat, a bit of a hard man. And it will sort of like start having a go, and then you kind of go, alright, come on then. And they walk over, and of course, as soon as they walk over, they suddenly realise, like, oh shit, this guy's bigger than me. And it's always fun watching like how they try and talk themselves out of it. I always find that quite entertaining. It's going to get even more interesting when I'm working security, because that's what my course is for. In a couple of weeks' time, is to get my doorman's license so I can start working the door at pubs. So that'll be interesting to see what happens then. Oh, if you think my stories are good now, you wait till I've had a couple of months working in security. I'll have some fucking stories for you, I bet. Although I imagine some of them I probably won't be able to tell, because anything that's obviously involving legal proceedings I wouldn't be allowed to talk about, but we'll see what we can come up with after a month or so. Because the town I live in is quite quiet, but I'm looking to get actual work in the neighbouring city, which is a lot busier, a lot bigger and a lot busier, so there should be some interesting stories come from working in those nightclubs, I imagine. It's pretty rare that people pick fights with me, but when people are drunk they do stupid things, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Oh, excuse me. Let's see what we get. Meh. Disappointment is what we get. That's what we get from the Barrow's chest today. Disappointment. Drac is a beast. I'm glad you think so, man. The thing is, like, I used to get in fights all the time, and obviously I've got my anger issues, but as a result of all that, I'm actually a pacifist now. I'm not in, like, all matters. I'm not one of these, I'm not like one of these who's like out there protesting war or any of that, but like in my personal life I'm very, very much a pacifist. I'm very much of the mindset of if I can avoid conflict I will. I'd rather use words than fists, you know. Which is why I've been told that, you know, a lot of people have said actually that's really good for security, because I've got the appearance with my size, my tattoos, my beard, all the rest of it. I've got the appearance that's going to put a lot of people off right off the bat. You know, they're going to take one look at me and think, you know what, it's not fucking worth it. And actually, I will only use violence as an absolute last resort. Which is exactly what you need. Like, a lot of people think like if you go into security, you've got to be like a proper hothead who's always ready to hit people. But no, like, the best way to diffuse a situation is with words. That way no one gets hurt. Never attack someone. Oh, you're doing better than me. I used to get in fights all the time, but that's why I'm now a pacifist, because I know just how damaging violence can be, you know, to everyone involved. Like, not just on a physical scale either, but on an emotional scale as well. I used to get in fights all the time when I was in school, and because I just had no control of my anger. You know, someone said the wrong thing to me, and that was it. I'd have them against the wall, and I'd be wailing my forearm into their forehead. You know, stupid shit, but it's, you know, it's just how I was, and I've learned from that. You know, I saw the effect it had on me. I saw the effect it had on people, people around me, and that, and I just decided, like, no, this isn't the answer. And now I'm like a proper pacifist. I'm very much, and I've made steps to improve myself, and you know, and I've learned how to talk to people, how to calm people down, and I've realised how much easier it is, you know. It's just so much easier to just talk to people. Being followed around after school, had some guy try to tackle me just to get into a fight, probably to intimidate me. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the best things you can do, really, is just not give them the reaction they're looking for. Just, if they don't get a like people like that, if they don't get a reaction, they've got no reason to carry on, you know. What they're looking for is a reaction. The moment you make it clear they're not getting one, they'll get bored and find something else to do. You know, and I still have days. I still have days where I find it really hard to control my anger. You know, I was in a bad mood the other morning. I went and walked the dog, and you know, as you know, I stand out of the crowd a little bit. You know, I'm easy to spot in a sea of people and all the rest of it. I look a bit unusual, and people have a habit of staring at me, which for the most part I don't really pay any attention to, but this particular morning I was in a bad mood, and I just happened to notice this bloke staring at me, and I just went off on one. I just got really, really angry with him. I was like, mate, you not got anything better to do, you know, like, I just want to walk my dog, and you're fucking staring at me, and I got home, and I felt like shit about it when I got home, but, you know, sometimes when you've got anger issues, it just happens, and you can't always control it, you know. But for the most part, I'm really good with it now, and so I'm looking forward to getting into security. I think I'm going to do well. Gave zero fucks and just stay standing while he tried to furiously tackle, push me over. Exactly, man, that's what you do. You just stand your ground, and you just say, look, you're wasting your time, fuck off. usually works, and if it doesn't, they'll just end up getting themselves in trouble anyway, you know. But yeah, I've got this whole plan. Getting my security license, getting some work, and then once I've got some money coming in, I'm going to spend some time learning a martial art so I can defend myself a bit better if something serious kicks off while I'm working, and going to the gym. So I've got about a stone and a half in weight that I need to lose to be properly healthy, and I want to get rid of that, and kind of secretly hoping that if I go to the gym I might be able to encourage my girlfriend to as well, because she needs to lose about the same amount as I do, and I know that she's been to the gym before but she's been pretty demotivated recently, so I sort of think if I go she might be a bit more motivated to go. Should be good for her, because we both need it at the end of the day. Plus, I know she made some comment about how was it when I was talking about it, she's like, don't get me wrong, she's like, I like you how you are, but I wouldn't complain if you did go to the gym, because I do like muscles, and I was like, okay, point taken. But she did actually say at the time, she was like, you know, if I did go to the gym and get in shape, she would make the effort to do the same, which is pretty cool actually. So. Also, I had this one time where I was in this giant rubber ball bump. Oh, I know the things you mean. When another guy in the same kind of ball ran at me full speed. Dude, really? What kind of weird ass fights do you guys get into over there? Like, over here we just get drunk and punch each other. We don't get in massive rubber balls first. I just have this idea of like two Dutch people challenging each other to a duel, but instead of throwing down a glove, they throw down a bouncy ball. I remember when I used to play rugby in school, and unsurprised, I bet that's a shock to you lot. The 6'8" guy used to play rugby in school. But no, like in all seriousness, I used to play rugby in school, and I remember like this kid. There was this kid who had this idea that like if you weren't good at football, that meant you weren't good at any sport at all. And he like tackled me when I had the ball, thinking that I'd be like really easy to take down. And bear in mind, he was like half my size, and he like ran at me full speed and just fucking bounced off me. It was hilarious. He like ran at me, hit me, and then just like fell on the floor, and I just kept running, because it was honestly like having someone like slap their hand into my waist. Like, it didn't knock my balance at all. I just kept running. The thing I find really funny about that as well is I saw him when I was working in the shop that I used to work in, and that dude has got fat, like seriously fat. Like, oh my god, I thought I had a weight problem. That kid is big, and he used to be like one of the most athletic kids in school. I was shocked. Hey, 77 magic and 102 combat. Only when people hit me from the side while working together they got me. Oh, okay, I see. I'm still just going to assume from now on that when Dutch people have arguments, they get in massive rubber balls and fight each other. Like, that's a belief that I have now, and you can't change that. Like, for the rest of my life, I'm going to live by the belief that Dutch people fighting massive rubber balls when they have disagreements, and that you challenge each other by throwing a rubber bouncy ball on the ground in front of your potential opponent, and that's just a fact now, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, that's what you say. I know it's a duel. I know your secret. I know your Dutch secrets. You can't hide them from me. Mr. Judy's just given up. I knew it would happen one day. Oh, Caro in the tunnels. It was only so long before Mr. Judy was gonna give up in this stream, let's be honest. It finally happened though. If I say the truth and you don't take it as the truth for too much, I don't care. I just like believing my own truth. I like my truth. My truth is more fun. That sounds really weird. That sounds quite dark, actually, now I think about it. It'd be more fun if it were true. Exactly, so you see my point. I don't know, from my experience, like, Dutch people seem too nice to, like, properly fight each other. Like, I can't imagine two Dutch dudes kicking the shit out of each other, because every Dutch person I've ever met, and that's actually a surprisingly large amount now that I think about it, has been super, super nice, like, all the time. They're kind of like the Canadians of Europe. That's now your official title, by the way. Like, Dutch people will forever be known now as the Canadians of Europe. But like, every Dutch person I've met is so nice. I just, legitimately, I cannot imagine Dutch people fighting, ever. The whole concept is just weird to me. It's like imagining a Canadian swearing. It just, like, it doesn't, those two things don't fit together. Like, I've even heard Canadians swear plenty of times on, like, TV and films and that. But it's still, just the whole idea of it seems weird.
I want you to jump, like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beat in the face in the mare, up in the air. I want you to jump, like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beat in the face in the mare, up in the air. I want you to jump. Up in the air, I want you to
Exactly, man. Hey, we got tooth off. That's something, I guess. I'd kind of like to get a second Barrows item tonight, though. Be the first time I ever got 2 Barrows items in one day on my Iron Man. Along with the obligatory, sorry. Exactly, man. Damn tired, man. I'm actually really tired as well. I'm just very, very stubborn. And I want that second Barrows item. I don't know how likely it is to happen though, because I am getting quite tired, but I'll give it the old college try, or whatever that fucking god-awful phrase is. I can't remember. Me and Luke still haven't had time to talk about that whole family thing yet. We've just not had a day where we're both free to actually like talk about it. And with my course coming up, it might be a while yet, but I can't remember who it was, but I know someone was talking about having a channel that me and Luke ran that other people could send content to, but I know that one's been taken off of the drawing board just because once he goes back to uni and I start working, we're not going to have the time between us to manage that plus our own channels. But there's still potential to do some stuff. We'll just have to see what we can come up with that's not going to eat too much into work / uni / individual channel time. But it's going to take time to figure it out. Because I know Greg was talking in one of his streams last week about coming up with a banner for the community channel, and I was like, dude, that's not happening. We just realistically do not have the time. Which is a shame because it's a cool idea, but like we'd have the time at the moment, but as soon as he goes back to uni and I go back to work, it's just we wouldn't be able to do it. We'll figure something out in place of it, I'm sure. I've seen Russell Hobbs been streaming a lot recently, and he's got his Discord set up and all that, so that's pretty cool. I've missed his last few streams, I think, because I've not been online as much this week. Because like I said earlier, I've had some personal shit going on, but it's good to see he's kept up with it, because he was a bit apprehensive about starting it, I think, but I told him he'd do good once he got into it. Oh, excuse me. Right, I think this is run number 3 on this trip, so I might do one more trip after this and then probably call it a night, because I am going to end up dying of exhaustion if I push it too far. I don't want to be like that Chinese kid that died from playing too much World of Warcraft. He played like 50 hours straight or something and died of exhaustion. I don't get how people can do that shit, man. Oh, Crimson Charm, I like that. See what we got. Fuck all again. I can probably do another run on those supplies, but with how tired I am, I don't want to risk my concentration slipping and fucking dying to Darrock or some shit. So low floors are really not good XP. Yeah, man. I think that's one of the things I don't like about dungeoneering is like having to start from floor 1 every time you hit the max floor that you can get to. That really annoys me. I kind of wish that you could just like go back to like, I know you can kind of choose what floor you want to start on, but like for the best XP you gotta run through from 1 back up to whatever. And I kind of wish that you didn't have to do that. Especially since I've been chatting a lot in here. Yeah, man, you have been, to be fair. Hopefully it's been worth it, man. I know I certainly appreciate you chatting in the stream. You're always entertaining. Oh, God. I think it might be showing how tired I am. I like it, man, I like it. Good to hear. So I think I'm doing a bit of editing tomorrow and a bit more recording footage tomorrow as well. Although I've got footage for my next 2 videos, so that's alright at the moment. It's just yeah, so tomorrow I might just be editing, to be fair, and then I can probably stream tomorrow evening. Or tomorrow night, or some point tomorrow. I'll stream at some point tomorrow anyway. And then I need to get footage for 3 more videos through the week. So I'll try and, if I try and edit those other 2 videos tomorrow, stream in the evening at some point, and then oh god. And then I'll be working on getting footage like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to then edit Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because those videos won't be coming out till the following week. And I need to get them done, and they need to all be finished by Sunday, because then Monday to Friday the following week I'm gonna be on my course, so I'm not gonna be able to do any footage capture or any footage capture or or editing, because I'm going to be so tired after my course, because it's like an 8-hour day plus like an hour of travel each end, so I'm going to be like 10 hours a day that week. So that's why I'm making sure to get loads of footage done, so because I don't know how much I'm going to be able to stream that week. Like I say, next week I'm hoping to stream at least every other evening, but we'll see what I can do. But the following week I'm not going to be able to do late night streams at all, because I'm going to have to be getting up at about 6 in the morning to catch a train for my course, which sucks. And then I'm going to be, like I say, I'm going to be that tired in the evening. I'm probably going to be coming home, walking the dog, having something to eat, and then pretty much going to bed like fairly soon after. If I am online, it will probably just be to do a little bit, like just playing a little bit for relaxation. So I might not, after this week coming, I might not stream for like a week, just because I'm not going to have time. So I'm making sure to get video content made ready, so there's at least something going on the channel while I'm going on my course, because I can queue up all the videos and set times for them to release, which is pretty cool. So I can have them all uploaded and they'll just become public basically when I want them to, which is pretty cool. So, like I say, this week coming I hope to stream as much as possible, although I don't know exactly how much that'll be, but I'll try and do at least every other day. The following week I'll probably hardly stream at all on the weekdays, and possibly not at all on the weekdays, it just depends how tired I am. And then, yeah, and then the, after that I don't know, because it'll depend on when I get a job. And the thing to bear in mind, of course, is when I am working security, I will probably be working night shifts. So when I have a day off, these late night streams will be a pretty much definite, because I'll be awake at weird hours. But when I'm working, I'll actually be at work this time of night. So my hours of activity as far as streaming go are likely to get very, very strange in the next few weeks. Just as a heads up for you guys. But I will do my best, because I'm really, really enjoying both the streaming and making videos. So I will do my best to keep up with both, even when I'm working. So once I'm working, obviously the streams will be less frequent, because I won't have as much free time. But I will try and make sure to stream. I think I'm going to aim for at least twice a week, possibly 3 times. And I'm going to aim to get at least 2 videos out per week, possibly 3. It'll depend, like I say, how many days I'm working, what hours I'm working, etc, etc. But I am planning to keep the YouTube channel consistent. It's not going to disappear when I start working, because I am really, really enjoying it. So there will still be Dracolos when I start working. It just might be a little bit inconsistent for a couple of weeks while I get things sorted. But the thing is, of course, once I'm working, I can start looking at getting a better quality mic. I can start looking at maybe getting the Monster Cat music license, so we can have some different music on the streams and the videos. I can look at possibly even getting some better editing software, stuff like that. So work is a good thing for the YouTube channel. Because I will be working security, especially if I am working in the neighbouring city. I will be making pretty decent money on the doors there. and I will try and put some of that money into the channel. So yeah, hopefully you guys will kind of stick with me. Like I say, this week I will try to stream as much as possible. I'll be trying to put as much video content, or get together as much video content as possible. The following week there will be video content, but the streams might be a little bit bare. Hopefully you guys can stick with me through that, and we can kind of move on to the next stage of the channel, which will be once I'm working, getting a regular schedule together, and being able to put money into the channel as well. So hopefully you guys will stick around for that. But I just kind of wanted to apologise in advance for a couple of weeks' time when things are going to get a little bit shaky as far as streaming and that go. Feels pretty good for my ult. Oh, that's alright, man. 3 levels, that's not bad. What level is your ult? Level 65, oh, that's not bad. I saw that my channel has a was it similar channels section on it now, which is like an automated thing that YouTube puts together. Like, it's not something I've had an input on. And so far I've got 3 channels on there, and they're all channels that I'm subscribed to. Now, one of them is a friend, which makes sense because he makes RuneScape videos, albeit mostly old school, but he makes RuneScape videos, so that actually does kind of make sense. The other two were Loudwire, which is a heavy metal news network, and then the third one was the Philip DeFranco show, which I don't know if you guys watch him at all, but it's like a daily news show. Which, those last two have like nothing to do with my channel at all. So I was very confused by that. I like his videos. I don't understand how he does so many like 1,000 kill videos. And like when he'll be sat there and he'll be like, yeah, so I killed like 1,000 of this creature in like 2 days, and then you look at the creature and you think, how the fuck did you kill 200 of them in 2 days, let alone 1,000? Like, how do you have that level of patience? I need to know his secret. Like, I could never be as patient as that dude is. Like, because I have thought about doing the 1,000 kill videos before, but I can't think of anything that would be interesting that I would actually have the patience to do 1,000 kills of. I know Luke was doing 1,000 brutal black dragons on old school, but I don't know if he ever actually finished it. I know he's on like 600 and something last I checked, I think. Like, they're all channels that I like, so I'm not really like, I'm not disappointed, I'm just a bit confused as to how they're related. Like, a friend I can kind of understand, except that our style of video making is very different, I think. Loot from clues over time. Yeah, that would definitely be tempting. I thought about doing like, I thought of doing like just a general like loot from clues on Iron Man thing, because as I say, my Iron Man seems to have ridiculous luck with clue items. So I've thought about doing that. Maybe I should start recording them and put one of those together. Because like every other clue that I do on the Iron Man, he gets something good, like God Trimmed Armor or something. Hey, talking of clues, that's my second elite clue on my Iron Man today. That's funny. Am I awake enough to do the elite clue on stream? I genuinely don't know. Oh, have I gone the wrong way? I've gone the wrong way. I don't need to be up tomorrow morning for anything. Although I have got quite a lot to do tomorrow. It doesn't matter what time I do it. Let's do one more Barrows run and then see how tired we are. Oh god. No crap. Ah. There we go. Okay, Mr. Judy, seeing as how you mentioned clues and I got an elite clue scroll, when I go for this Sparrow's chest, can you mention something about Guthan's War Spear so that I can get one of them? Like, that'd be really handy if you could do that for me. Cool, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll give you a shout when I'm near the chest room, in case you're concentrating on your dungeoneering. And I'm getting so tired. I probably will leave the clue scroll. Tell me when you're getting started. Alright, man, I will do. I'll probably leave the clue scroll for tomorrow, to be honest, because I am so tired. But I will make a point of, if I don't do it on stream, then I'll make a point of telling you what I get from it. But I might do it on stream, to be honest, because I might do a slightly earlier stream tomorrow. We'll see. Tomorrow is a bit weird because I'm going to be the only one in the house, apart from the dogs. So I don't have to kind of structure my day around other people. So I might end up doing a bit of an earlier stream. So if I do, then I'll keep the clue scroll for the stream and we can start with that. Because I've decided from now on, pretty much, my Iron Man streams will no longer be called like Iron Man Slayer or Iron Man Bossing or whatever. Because I kind of just do whatever I want to do. So now they're just going to be called like Iron Man Progress. So that way I can just do whatever needs doing, and it's not like I'm doing something different from what's on the thumbnail, if that makes sense. It worked at the beginning, but now that I'm doing longer streams, it's kind of like, it's a bit redundant. Because I might even do some agility on stream tomorrow, because I fucking hate doing agility. So doing it on stream might motivate me to actually get it done. Alright, I'm in the tunnels now, Mr. Judy. I like it, I like it. Was that actually? Like, I have to know now, is that legit? Was that your first item? Oh wow, that's impressive, dude. Because the set that the only like full set that I want is Guthans, and I think it's Guthans and Arams are the only sets that I don't have a single piece of, and Guthans is the only one that I actually want the full set for. So that's how well my luck's gone so far. Because I've got Torag's hammer, which I love, by the way. That's such a good weapon. So handy having that tier 72 hander. I've got Carol's skirt. I've got Verak's skirt and helmet. So it's literally, and Darok's plate legs as well. So it's literally only Guthans and Arams that I've got nothing for, and Guthans is a set I want so I can go to Bandos. But let's see, last chest of the night. Ugh, it didn't work. It didn't work, man. Oh well. We tried. I think Kieran has done 56 Barrows chests and he's got 7 items. I have done, let's have a look, 65, and I've got 5 items because that seems fair. I shouldn't really complain, but I'm still going to. He's got 2 duplicate items though, to be fair, whereas I don't have any duplicates. All of mine are unique, so I suppose I've got that going for me. But yeah, with that, I'm going to wrap the stream up there, because I don't know about you guys, but I am tired as all hell. It's been absolutely fantastic stream. We've not had a huge amount of people in, but it's been actually really, really fun all the same. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for chatting with me, for keeping me awake, keeping me motivated. Yeah, like I say, I'm hoping to stream tomorrow night at some point. It might be a little bit earlier than it has been. So hopefully I should see you tomorrow when I stream. Hopefully, if I do stream, but I am planning to, and there shouldn't be anything getting in the way of that. 1 drop per task for 6 tasks. Oh bloody hell, that's not bad. I've had nothing from Rune Dragon so far. I've had like 3 tasks and got nothing. But anyway, besides the point. Thank you for joining me. And like I say, I'm planning to stream tomorrow. Please don't hold me to it in case something does come up, because it will only be me in the house, so if anything comes up I will have to deal with it. But barring any kind of emergency, I should be streaming tomorrow evening. So I will talk to you all then. Thank you and good night.